His 695 yards receiving is second all-time for yards in a season. So he has an outside chance of catching Dylan Roush's favorite target, if you remember, Steve.
Zach Zwiefel.
Zach Zwiefel, who has the career records and season records for Monona Grove. Season record, 56 catches. Right now, Andre at 39. If he gets tonight a playoff game and maybe a second playoff game, he's got an outside chance of catching Zach's record on that one.
Zach also had 14 touchdowns in that 2010 season.
That's exactly right.
And in case you think they were pass happy, Bob, did you look to see who the top running back was that year?
I'm trying to remember. 2010, I'm sure he was an excellent running back that went for over 1,000 yards because Monona Grove does that.
LeBron Roach, 1,116 yards, 15 touchdowns. That's a balanced attack when you've got a running back going for 15 touchdowns and a wide receiver scoring 14.
And you remember they ended that season at Wanakee. When
a lot of seasons do end.
Oh my!
And that's where dreams go to die, Bob.
Yeah, and the dream went to die that day, boy. And that was a game where Dylan Rouse set the all-time single game record for attempts in a game with 41.
Well, we're going to have a couple of treats for you tonight, folks. Silver Eagles tonight playing in a retro light blue uniform, blue jersey and pants. And the other treat is we're going to recap some of the 1976 seasons because it's been 40 years since Bob set foot on this field.
Yeah, well, we'll wait to get to that. I mean,
we'll wait till timeouts between quarters. I'll throw that out to you. I'll recap some of the games and let Bob share whatever memories he might have, and then we'll maybe talk about the coaches a little bit. If we don't get through the whole list, Bob, odds are really good we'll have some time next week during the first playoff game.
Well, I'm hoping with the Monona Grove victory tonight, I think it's a pretty good chance we'll see a home playoff game. If Monona Grove should take a loss tonight, pretty good chance we will not.
It's going to be iffy, but I like our odds. Deforest, of course, needs to win tonight to lock in a spot. They're 4-4 on the season, 3-3 in conference, so they're on the bubble right now. They really need to win that fifth game to cement a spot in the playoffs. So both teams with something to play for tonight. That's one advantage to having this expanded playoff, Bob, is you get a game late in the season that has some meaning to it.
So you're going to take away my rant on how they do the playoffs here?
I'm just offering a counterpoint. I do agree with you that there are too many teams in the playoff, but in this instance, it does provide a little additional competition.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Steve has squashed my rant, my annual playoff rant. DeForest comes into this game 4-4, 3-3 in their own division. Still a pretty good chance of making the playoffs, even if they take a loss at 4-5. You know how I feel.
I know.
If you
cannot
put together a winning record, I don't know how you make the playoffs. And if teams with losing records make the playoffs, well, then everybody should make the playoffs. Just shorten the season by one game and do it like basketball. Have every single team make the playoffs.
I'm going to squash another one of your rants, too, Bob. 2 weeks ago, we were complaining because there were only 5 cookies delivered, causing a fist fight between us over that odd number of cookie. Dave Kersner corrected me after the game. Actually, I ran into him at the Edgewood game, and he said he put a bag of 6 cookies up here. We've got a cookie thief amongst us.
Oh, Dave! Does Dave swear on a stack that he put 6 cookies up here? Because when I walked up here, there was only 5, and it didn't look like the bag had been opened.
Well, it's not sealed like an evidence bag or something. So there's no chain of custody in effect here.
Usually if somebody's sneaking it, they're in a hurry.
Yeah, because they're really good cookies. But Dave made sure that we got 6 tonight. He waited until I showed up before he delivered the cookies. So
thanks, Dave.
Thanks to Dave Kersner once again. Let me talk a little more about DeForest. The Norskies started their season 3-1, and then they've lost 3 of their last 4 games, including their game last week against Wanakee, which actually they challenged Wanakee, losing that one only 17-13.
Did you see any of that game, Steve? I watched some of that on television.
No, I did not. What did you learn?
They didn't really challenge Wanakee. They scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. They were down 17-0. Their defense actually played reasonably well, but their offense just was sputtering almost the entire game. They scored on a very long pass to get themselves to 17-7, and then I think they recovered a fumble or something and had a short field and got it to 17-13. But by then it was, very late in the game. Was going to be way too late for them to actually get a win. And Javian Dane, they didn't exactly stop him. He ran for over 170 yards. So, their defense, I think DeForest actually has a pretty good defense, and they usually do. I think that alone is going to make this game a lot more interesting and a little more difficult, and it's going to force Monona Grove's defense to step it up, because in the last 2 weeks they have not stepped it up.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Silver Eagles handle a stout defense like this. They've been kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team. They've proven they can pass the ball, but certainly like to run it. Jackson Thompson has had a decent season, not outstanding, but certainly solid for the Silver Eagles. With a couple of games to go, he's got an outside chance of hitting 1,000 yards. He's just over 700 now. One player I'd like to see get some time on the field tonight is Lucas Gerlach. I saw him in uniform during warm-ups. We haven't seen a whole lot of Lucas during the season, but the spot play that he has been out there, he's done quite well, both offense and defense.
Yeah, we've seen very little of Lucas, and I don't know if it's due to injury or something else. But, if he could come back, he will certainly help shore up that defense. It's not that Duncan Crook and Dylan Johnson have done a bad job, but they're undersized for inside linebackers. They're very fast, but it's easy for much bigger offensive linemen, like we saw 2 weeks ago with Fort Atkinson. Their offensive line must have averaged 250 to 260 pounds across the front, and they had some huge tackles.
Oh, Bob, before we forget, we got to mention this. If you're watching or listening to this on WVMO-LP, the voice of Monona, also available on Charter Channel 990, Uverse Channel 99, and Monona Community Media YouTube channel. Help me remember to do that once in a while.
It's right here in front of you.
I know.
Honestly, I can't babysit you.
No, it's not a team effort at all.
Anyway,
it's the Silver Eagles in those light blue uniforms we mentioned.
It's a beautiful night here at John Clement Athletic Complex.
Speed, skill, and strength.
Yeah, temperature in the 50s and just a light breeze. Great night for football. I just recommend you come out here rather than listen to us. But if you'd rather not or you can't, well then, hey, we're not a bad option.
We're not?
Trust.
We're better than those guys in Stoughton.
Believe me, we're going to be huge.
Bob knows words.
All right. Well, Deforest is led by their quarterback, Keegan Harder. He is their kind of one-man gang. He's had a pretty decent season throwing the ball. Not a great season, certainly not Alec Ogden numbers, but he has thrown for 10 touchdowns. He has also thrown for 10 picks. In addition to Alec Ogden's 21 touchdown passes this season, Steve, he's only thrown 2 interceptions.
Yeah, Ogden's been very accurate this year. You mentioned his 67% completion percentage, but 2 interceptions out of that many passes is outstanding.
It's just been an extraordinary season for Alec Ogden, one we didn't see coming based on what we saw from him last year. He has really grown as a player, just a terrific thrower this year.
All right, we're going to have the national anthems shortly. This MG choir, led by Lori Naherniak, will be singing. And a shout-out to Josh Osborne, son of a friend of ours. Actually, I suppose in a sense, Josh's family.
Yeah, he has been. Not half bad. Not half bad.
So the Deforest student section all dressed in camouflage and blaze orange. The MG students in light blue to match their boys' jerseys. This flashes back to many years ago. I haven't seen that light blue out outfits, except on the basketball court, in a long time.
Oh, no kidding. I'd have to look back to remember when we saw those. How are you going to do with the numbers, Steve? I know how you don't like white numbers on light
I'm
backgrounds.
going to do like I always do, Bob. If I don't know it, I'm going to make it up.
I knew I could count on you. You're nothing if not predictable, Steve.
I'm nothing.
Anywho, let's talk about Monona Grove.
All right, Silver Eagles come in with a 6-2 record, like we mentioned. Alec Ogden, Andre Naherniak, Jackson Thompson leading them in offense, but defense really going to limit how far they go in the playoffs this year.
Oh, I think so. It's once you get into the playoffs, you can get maybe into the second round of the playoffs, and then you start facing defenses, and they're not going to just be, letting your guys run free. And you're going to have to do something on defense. To get to the title game, you have to be able to play solid defense all through the playoffs.
All right, Silver Eagles will kick off to begin this game. Back deep for the Norskis. Number 43, Logan Hackle. And I believe that's number 48, Carson Patzner. A couple names you'll hear us call a couple times tonight, as they've also been among the receivers and rushers for the Norskis. Deforest in the gold helmets with purple pants, white shirts. Silver Eagles resplendent in blue.
Monona Grove finished their conference season at 5-1. They're going to need a little help to win their 8th straight conference title. Monroe and Fort Atkinson hooking up tonight in Monroe.
Colin Larsh kicks it deep. This will be pulled in about at the 2. This is Logan Hackle out across the 15 and brought down near the 20-yard line, where the Norskis take over. A rare kickoff return by the opposing team, as Colin Larsh has kicked far more than half of the kickoffs into the end zone. All right, we mentioned Keegan Harder, number 12, is the key player on offense. Leads them in rushing and, of course, passing.
The DeForest offense has not been prolific in scoring, averaging less than 20 points a game.
Watch number 80, Bryce Duffy, their big tight end. He's been their leading receiver throughout the season. Keegan out of the shotgun. That's Hackle in motion. Gets the handoff, has the end, has some running room out near the 40-yard line. Good first down run for Logan Hackle. Hackle, a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this roster. A lot of juniors as well. They don't have a ton of seniors on this squad.
Well, they lost a heck of a running back to graduation last year, Jaden Sackman. Do you remember him? He was a terrific running back.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of DeForest. Harder looking to throw. Looking for Jarrett Klein. Incomplete. Thrown over the head of number 4. And was defended by Dan Smith.
Dan Smith, a senior on senior night, Steve.
Check him off the list.
I should.
We're going to try and mention all the seniors tonight.
Got to find the list, but then I will.
See, Monona Grove has a lot of seniors in this team.
All right, Dan Smith, senior.
We're just underway here.
And he played with the Colts in Pee Wee
Hey,
football.
I played with the Colts in
Yes,
Pee Wee
you did.
football.
You still got
Dan
your
and I
jersey.
have something in common. I still have my helmet. Harder out of the shotgun again. Handoff to the running back. I couldn't see who that was. He snowed under after getting a couple yards.
Yeah, cut down quickly. DiLoretto crashing in from his defensive end spot.
That was 21, I think. Levi Bozaki. 2-yard gain. Officials' temperature at the start of the game, 52 degrees. Like Bob said, just a perfect night for fall football. Hackle comes out wide to this side. In the slot is Bryce Duffy, the tight end. Harder back to pass. Goes right side. Overthrown again. Looking for Jared Klein, and he throws it high. It'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job defensively out there. Again, I believe that was Dan Smith on the coverage.
4th and 8 for the Norskis. That'll bring out the punting unit, and the Silver Eagles will return. Herniak back deep. And I believe the punter is Harry Aker. Let's see if that's number 5 out there. It's a high kickoff. Fairly short, though. No. Going to get a bounce and gathered in by the Norskis inside the 25-yard line. Joey Spahn, number 11, the first one to get to that ball. And they'll mark it at the 23-yard line of the Silver Eagles. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10, the scoreless game, 10:50 to play in the first quarter.
35-yard punt. The bit of wind that's blowing out here is blowing from right to left on your screen there.
What if you're listening on the radio? Which way is it blowing? It just blows.
South to north, I guess.
Ogden hands off to Thompson. Thompson out across the 25-yard line. We've talked about this before, Bob. Thompson seems to get a little more sure of himself every game.
Yeah, if you look at his numbers, Steve, in his last 4 games, he's racked up over 500 yards rushing. In his first 4 games, less than 200.
Ogden slings it to the left side.
It's Sapu.
Kyle Sapu with the first down catch out across the 35-yard line. The ball to the 37, 38, 1st and 10 MG. So the Silver Eagles with their first down. Hand off to Thompson again. He's tripped up as he crosses the 40-yard line. 2nd and 8. Silver Eagles have done well with those short passes, but Ogden's also shown the capability of going downfield.
Oh, absolutely. He's thrown a lot of long touchdown passes this year.
He's going to throw again.
And he's got one right here.
Looking to Herniak.
That's a touchdown.
Andre Herniak.
Play action pass just
60 yards.
Play action pass sucked in the defense, and Andre Herniak ran wide open down the sideline. Nobody within 5 yards of him, and a perfect pass by Alec Ogden. A 59-yard touchdown pass, Steve.
Well, that was fast. The Silver Eagles with about a 30-second possession, and they're up 6-0.
Herniak's 6th touchdown catch of the year. And the 59 yards gets him even a little bit closer to that season record held by Zach Swiefel.
And Ogden, with his 22nd touchdown pass of the season, is 12th in the last 3 games. Colin Larsh kicking the extra point, and it's a 7-0 MG lead.
So with that 22nd touchdown pass, that does tie the season record set by Dylan Roush in 2010. And it also ties the career touchdown record of 30 set by Dylan Roush in 2009 and 2010.
Well, that didn't take long, Bob, did it?
No.
We were just talking about it here on WVMO, and Alec didn't disappoint at all. That play action just froze him, like you said, and Herniak took advantage of it and was wide open down the left sideline. That one wasn't even close. You called that one before the ball got to Herniak.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a no-brainer. As soon as he went back to pass, you could see Herniak just streaking down the sideline all by himself.
All right, Hackle and Patzner back deep. A pair of sophomores to return the kick from Larsh. Colin lining up. Colin was on the homecoming court, Bob.
Was he?
Colin Larsh, Casey McCoskey, and Kelsey, Mitch Kelsey. Line drive kick. Hackle will take this one inside the 5. Has some running room now. He might just break loose. Gets across the 45 and out of bounds.
I believe Colin Larsh was there to knock him out of bounds with a long kickoff return. Let's see if Monona Grove can get another stop. It was great to see him get that stop on the first series of the game. Gave Monona Grove a chance to get up on top of Deforest early on.
Great field position for the Norskies. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. First had the ball out near midfield in the last possession and had to punt it away. Keegan Harder out of the shotgun. Hackle in motion. Gives it to the running back. This is Bozaki. Bozaki fights his way to the 50. Short gain will bring up 2nd down.
Zaki carried the ball 10 times against Waunakee for 33 yards.
The nose of the ball just touching the 50. A 3-yard pickup for Levi Bozaki. 7-0. The Silver Eagles with a quick lead on the pass to Herniak. The snap to Harder, straight back, looking to throw again, looking right side, looks back to the left, to the right again. He's got a guy open and overthrows him.
Yep.
Harder's been overthrowing his first 3 passes, I think.
Well, he kind of just airmailed that one, and it ended up flying out of bounds. No chance for the receiver to come down with that one.
I'm kind of have mixed feelings about what type of offense they run here. It seems like Harder will either throw 30 passes or 10. You know, they don't really have an identity. He'll take the snap out of the shotgun once again. Straight back to pass.
Got a blitz.
Chase now.
Yep.
Brought down. I think that was Spencer Hampton with the tackle, number 80.
I think so, but it was Tyrese Ostrowski. Or I'm sorry, did I say?
Tyrese Ostrowski.
Yeah,
25.
Tyrese Ostrowski, number 25, who blitzed from his linebacker position and actually forced Harder to step up, where Spencer Hampton made the sack.
2-yard loss on the play. It brings up 4th and 9, and Harry Aker will kick again to Andre Naherniak. Naherniak standing back at his own 11-yard line. Low kick.
Hit it good,
step
though.
back. Take it at the 8. Left side cutting back towards the middle and dropped near the 15-yard line.
Nice kick.
That was. He placed it well.
Yep. Had a little bit of a breeze behind him, hit it hard, and forced Naherniak to take that ball at about the 10. Let's see what Monona Grove can do on their second offensive series. These no-huddle offenses can really tire out a defense quickly and can force them into a lot of mistakes.
Naherniak split out to the far side. The near side receivers, Nathan Ing, he had a spectacular game against Edgewood. A couple of long touchdowns.
Yeah, 5 catches, 2 touchdown passes, 150 yards received.
Was a thing of beauty. He really showed some speed. The handoff to Thompson again, and he plows ahead for a couple of yards out to the 17-yard line.
Let's see if they run that play-action pass. Maybe this time go down the middle to Kelsey. We'll see.
That's the beauty of this offense. They've got all kinds of weapons to go to. We got a flag offsides against the Silver Eagles. Over the middle,
that's Frankie Langer, number 2.
Frankie Langer with the first down, but this is going to come back. I think the MG receiver on the far side of the field jumped. The official a little slow with his flag, but it was pretty evident.
That's the call.
So
Too bad.
Push it back to the 12-yard line, 1st and 15.
Langer running open down the middle of the field on that play-action pass.
Yeah, I like Frankie. He's been a good receiver this year. Made a couple of big catches early on.
Deforest playing with a couple of safeties, couple of corners. Let's see what they're doing on the defensive line. Just 4 men. So they're playing a 4-3 out here, Steve. Kind of a pro-style defense.
2 split to the far side. Nathan Ing to the near side. Ogden changing the play. Calling the signals out of the shotgun. Looking throws. This is Ing. Across the 20 and pushed out of bounds. Close to the first down, but they're going to be about 5 yards short. I expect a little late. They give him the 22-yard line. 3rd and about 3 yards. Hurry up offense. Lines them up right away. Oh, high snap. Ogden brings it down. Taking off on the run. And he's out of bounds near the 25-yard line, but he'll be short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and short.
Remember against Fort Atkinson, we saw him bobble a couple of high snaps and ended up throwing a long passes for first downs.
He ends up getting the first down on this one as he went out at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 MG. Now they've got 3 split out to this side, 1 to the far side. The handoff to Thompson, though, and Thompson bulls his way to the 30-yard line. Nice hard run by Jackson Thompson, 4-yard pickup.
Nice trap block over there by number 70. That's A.J. Klee, who caught a rather large Eric Muhlenbrook, defensive tackle for DeForest, unawares and opened up that hole.
Ogden looking to throw now. Chased out of the pocket.
He's got Sapu right here in the middle of the field.
Goes to Sapu. Incomplete.
Ball was
good defensive coverage.
Just a little bit behind Sapu, but he was open in the middle of the field. If Kyle would have come back to it, and it's going to be a penalty on Monona Grove. Let's see if DeForest accepts it.
Illegal forward pass. I didn't recognize if he was across the line or not. They're picking it up, so they're going to.
Oh no! Okay, so they're
it off.
Okay, no penalty. So it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 6. The ball at the 30-yard line of Monona Grove. All right, they've got three to the receivers to the far side, Ing to the near side. Thompson, the running back, alongside Ogden. Alec looking to throw. Pumps.
He had Jackson Thompson over here.
Now he's going to get sacked.
Yep. He had time, just couldn't unload the ball, couldn't pull the trigger. Jackson Thompson came open briefly. Right after he pulled that pass back, he probably couldn't reload in time to hit him.
So the Silver Eagles forced to punt it away. Colin Larsh will come out and do the honors. 6:20 to play in the first quarter. A 7-0 MG lead on that quick 59-yard pass to Andre Naherniak from Alec Ogden. Ogden's 30th career touchdown pass. Larsh taking the snap. Nice kick into the wind. See what kind of bounce we get. It's going to bounce in favor of Deforest and go out of bounds in MG territory.
Boy, I guess the wind has obviously picked up because that really knocked down Larsh's punt.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty strong punt, and it just died once it got to the 50.
Yeah, only about a 20-yard punt.
They spot the ball at the MG 48-yard line. Deforest has had good field position their last two possessions. Let's see what they do with this one.
Monona Grove's defense, though, up to the challenge so far.
And that was one of the big questions coming into the game. Of course, it's only been two possessions. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Bob. Come on. Harder takes the snap.
Wide
Throwing
open.
left side, has Duffy open and overthrows him. See, he's been
a little long on his throws tonight. He had Duffy wide open on that play.
Has Harden completed a pass yet?
No, he's 0 for 4, but it's not because he hasn't had open receivers, that's for sure. The last two passes he's missed, both those receivers were open by, 3-4 steps.
Harden's not been all that accurate passing this year, just completing 46% of them. At least in the games that we've got stats for.
Yeah.
We've got kind of sketchy statistics on the Norskis. Harden out of the shotgun again. Takes the snap. Hands off.
Nope.
And hit at the line. Twisting, turning, and
Wow.
might have even lost a yard.
Nice job on the run defense. Let's see if we can get some names on that one. I saw
Bozaki
DiLoretto
with the
there, too.
Yeah,
And
he lost a yard on that. Bob.
Dylan Johnson was there.
Bozaki losing one on the play. Brings up 3rd and 11 with 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter and a 7-0 MG lead. Maybe they had a stern talking to after these last two games because the defense was extremely porous in those two. 3rd and 11. Harder takes the snap, straight back again. Throws right side, complete, and out of bounds.
That was Kyle Larsh, I believe, on the tackle.
Jarrett Klein, number 4, with the catch. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Norskis. The ball at the 43-yard line of Monona Grove.
They need 5 yards. Looks like they're going to go for it, Steve.
They are huddling up. Yes, they are. Well, this is one of those early statements teams need to make sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough spot to be in as far as deciding whether to punt or not, especially early in the game.
Harder ready to take the snap. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off and run now. Caught by a couple Silver Eagles. And
it's going to be
down.
close.
I think he may have made it.
Boy.
He got to about the 37-yard line.
Initial contact was made by Duncan Crook, the 5'7" senior here on senior night.
And he did get the first down, Bob. Just enough.
But Crook could not bring him down, and so he got past him and got just enough for the first down.
We mentioned Harder's their leading rusher. Somewhere over 250 yards on the season.
that rushing stats are terribly incomplete on WisSportsNet for DeForest.
No fault of WisSportsNet. They do a fantastic job. Harder out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Going deep down the left side, has Hackle open and overthrows yet another receiver.
And that would have been a tough one. That would have taken a perfect pass to get that in there. Hackle was open, kind of. There was 3 defenders in that territory. Would have needed a pass with a little more zip on it to get in there. So far, Harder's just throwing essentially balloon balls. He's got arm that can get the ball out downfield a ways, but I haven't seen him put much zip on his passes.
And those balloon balls are the ones that get picked off easily.
He's got the wind behind him, but if he keeps that up when he's thrown against the wind, we might see a couple of picks.
Takes the snap again, hands off to Bozaki. Bozaki hit immediately and dropped for a 3-yard loss.
Dropped the ball, too. Let's see, I believe that was, I thought Tyrese Ostrowski out there, number 25, who made the initial hit.
Call that a 4-yard loss, Bob. It's back to the 41-yard line where it's third down. Third and 14.
I wish it was third and 40, but third and goal from the 41. Now it's third down and 15, folks.
That's what the PA announcer says, but Dan and I don't see eye to eye on these matters.
Yeah, not on everything, that's for sure.
Hackle in motion. Carter taking the snap, straight back again, pressure coming in. Chucks it downfield, has a man wide open, complete is Hackle. Inside the 5-yard line. No,
the ball came loose.
Hackle couldn't hang on to it.
That was a pretty good pass, and Hackle was open. He pulls that ball down. They have the ball first and goal inside the 10.
I got to correct us, Bob. That was Noah Brickheimer with the incomplete target. Now Harry Aker will come out to punt it away.
Yes, indeed. And in this situation, you have to punt it with 15 yards. And they're going to fake it. And he's going to get the first, probably.
This is Hackle.
No, Dan Smith comes up with the tackle, and he'll stop him short. Nice job by the senior defensive back.
So the Norskies turn it over on downs. The Silver Eagles will take over first and 10 from their own 41-yard line, 31-yard line.
Boy, when he handed that ball off and that player came around end, I could have swore that was going to go for a first down. Had a lot of room, but Dan Smith came up and made the open field tackle.
That was Hackle again. He's got to be their leading rusher in just a couple of carries tonight. 3:03 to play in the first quarter. The Silver Eagles with their third possession of the night. Alec Ogden, a quarterback, looking to throw on first down. Now he's chased again, forced to scramble, coming to his right.
Sepu was open
deep.
Downfield. So was Naherniak.
Oh, and through the hands of Sepu. Sepu and Naherniak were just laying back there, or either one of them could have caught that ball.
Yeah, they kind of ran into each other over there as they were breaking off their patterns to give Ogden some help.
That's hard when the quarterback is getting chased and you've run your regular pattern. Now what do you do?
Well, they always tell you, come back toward the quarterback when he's in trouble.
2nd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Ogden, quick pass to Ing over the middle. First down out near the 45-yard line.
Nice pass. Good timing pattern on the slant. He was throwing that ball no matter what. Hit Ing right in stride.
I like Nathan Ing. He's a good wide receiver, good hands, a nice size, 6'1", 189. One of our seniors on senior night.
Yes, indeed.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line of Monona Grove. The Silver Eagles throw it to Ing again, and this is incomplete. Just a little inside screen, and he couldn't quite grab onto it.
Yeah, the ball was thrown at his feet. That would have been a tough one for him to catch.
2nd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Monona Grove heavily reliant on Alec Ogden's arm tonight, as has been the case, although Jackson Thompson gets this handoff, has some running
room, cut.
Has the first down inside the 45 of Deforest.
Nice cut by Jackson Thompson on that one. He was challenged early on by Harry Aker, and he cut right by him. Ended up getting the first down.
1st and 10 from the 44 of Deforest. 2:29 to play in the first quarter and a 7-0 MG lead. The handoff to Thompson again, coming right side. Grabbed by his ankle by number 35 for DeForest. Will Gantz, one of their linebackers. He got a yard on it. Gantz was honorable mention all conference last year, I believe. 2nd and 9. Ogden looking to throw, screen pass to Thompson. Jumps over one runner or tackler and gets himself inside the 35-yard line near the first down. We've got a late flag coming in.
We're going to catch Casey McCoskey here with a block in the back. That's the only reason Thompson got past the line of scrimmage.
So that'll bring it back. That would have been a first down as he got close to the 32-yard line. And so instead of 1st and 10 deep inside DeForest territory, they're going to march it back. And it's going to be 2nd and a whole lot from the 46 of Monona Grove.
Should be about 2nd and 19, I would guess.
Let's call it 2nd and 19. Minute 45 to play in the first quarter. Ogden undoubtedly will pass this time. Look at that.
Thompson's open on the sideline, but
Plenty of time.
that's for sure.
Now Ogden's got to run with it up the middle.
Yep, you can get the
Makes
first
a
down
nice
here.
move. Inside 35, down the sideline and close to the first down.
Yeah, he had so much time back there, and his receivers just were running go routes, so the middle of the field was wide open.
Give Alec Ogden a 20-yard scamper on that one as he gets down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Ogden has shown a good decision-making this season. Give this to Thompson up the middle. He took a good shot, didn't he?
He sure did. Let's see if I can make out who hit him. Number 70 for Deforest, Cooper Lee, 6 foot, 245-pound sophomore.
Cooper Lee just sounds like he should be playing for Ole Miss. Hey there, throw the ball to Cooper. Ogden looking to throw again.
Oh, there's defensive pass interference.
He had Langer open over the middle.
Wow. One of the receivers just got pancaked in the backfield. Not sure. I cannot believe they didn't call some sort of illegal contact.
Alec Ogden down to the 19-yard line. Another first down for the Silver Eagles. Now the Silver Eagles with 3 split out wide to this side. Tight on the other side. Hand off to Thompson. Bowles his way inside the 15.
I like the ball control we're seeing so far on this drive.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. Still 7-0 MG, although the Silver Eagles threatening. The handoff to Thompson again. Boy, he just put his head down and pushed and got inside the 10.
He was helped by some excellent blocking by the right side of the Monona Grove defensive line. That's Casey McCoskey and A.J. Klee, who just hit their guys and pushed them straight down the field.
1st and goal for the Silver Eagles. The ball at the 7-yard line of the Forest. Monona Grove knocking on the door again with 18 seconds to play. There's Frankie Langer on your screen. And a timeout called. So I'm going to take a minute, Bob, and ask you a question.
Actually, it's not a timeout. We're going to let the clock run out.
Okay, then it's the end of the
Change
quarter. I'm still going to ask you questions
You
about
are?
the 76th season.
What kind of craziness is
Well,
that?
let's talk a little bit. Let's frame this first of all. Monona Grove was coming off the conference championship. Their team was 5-3 overall, 5-2 in conference. Their only non-conference loss or game was a game against Madison Memorial. I think that was a Lee Skilly game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could have been. Could have been. I remember there was a Terry Bruscher game in there too.
Oh, that's right. They opened against Madison Memorial for a couple seasons.
Yeah, Monona Grove just they play whenever they played city teams. This is back when City of Madison football teams were really, really good football teams, and Monona Grove just could not match up against those Madison teams. Not for lack of trying, they just didn't have the numbers or the size.
Well, right out of the gate, I'm going to test you, Bob. Name the one returning starter for the Silver Eagles on the 76 team. One guy started on the 75 team.
Oh, and then
in our whole class. Jim Daring.
Jim Daring did,
Jim
huh?
Daring. Although there's a couple other guys that got a lot of playing time. Dan Miner, Bill Ron, Tim Olson, Wallers, Steve Wallers, Tim Brockman. Yeah, you laugh, but I've got some stats here.
Yeah,
for
you do. Holy moly.
Silver Eagles not expected to do well. Sun Prairie was the cream of the crop that year going into the season. We'll talk more about season as we get to another timeout or halftime. All right, 1st and 10, 1st and goal for the Silver Eagles. We got a late flag coming in. I didn't see who carried that. I
think it was Thompson.
Yes, it was.
That's
Thompson
holding.
got close to the goal line, but that's going to be holding against the Silver Eagles.
See Frankie Langer coming off the field. He's a senior this year, Steve.
Another senior?
And you know who took his place? Number 12, senior Kyle Sapu.
Another senior? Ooh, they marched this back. Instead of 1st and goal at the 7, it's 1st and goal from the 17. Sapu and Herniak split out wide this side. Kelsey and I can't make out who that is on the other side. Both split wide. Ogden throwing to Kelsey, cutting slanting over the middle, and Kelsey still on his feet inside, and it goes in for the score. No, that wasn't. It was number 9.
Nathan Ing.
Nathan Ing.
Nice running after the catch by Nathan Ing.
I didn't even see him lined up. He must have been the one split out on the far side. So the first play of the second quarter results in a Silver Eagle touchdown.
I'm not sure that was Nathan Ing either, Steve. I'd like to see that on replay. That might have been Jackson Thompson. He was very, very excited coming off the field.
Jackson is always excited coming off the field. Now Colin Larsh will attempt the extra point. Maybe after this kick we can get the replay. And it's a 14-0 MG lead. So 28 seconds into the quarter, the Silver Eagles taking a 14-0 lead here on WVMO.
Any way we could get that scoring play replayed, because we're not exactly sure who ended up with the touchdowns like that, like 2 weeks ago when we couldn't make out who scored that touchdown.
Yeah, let's give Andre Naherniak credit for it.
It ended up being Naherniak, that's right.
So it's a pretty safe guess when they score a touchdown. We don't see who it is, but it's Andre Naherniak. He's been Andre on the spot all season.
Well, for the time being, we'll give it to Nathan Ing.
Looked like they're congratulating him on the close-up. All right, so Colin Larsh will kick it off again. The Silver Eagles with 11:32 to play in the first half, jumping out to the 14-0 lead, showing some uncharacteristically good defense.
Yeah, especially since Deforest has had the ball the last 2 times on Monona Grove's side of the field.
And typically strong offense. Alec Ogden's been very effective so far. The running game has been impressive. Both Ogden and Thompson getting a lot of yards. Colin Larsh ready to kick it. Patzner and Tackle will let it go into the end zone. Excuse me. So 1st and 10 for the Norskies for their own 20-yard line.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
If I was at home and I was listening to this game on the radio, what channel would I be listening on?
Why, you'd be listening to WVMO 98.7, the voice of Monona.
And if, say, I was on the internet, could I see the game there?
Why, yes, on YouTube, the Monona Community Media Channel.
And how about if I had my feet up on my couch and I wanted to watch it on television?
Do you have your shoes on?
No, shoes are off.
Good. You shouldn't have your shoes on the couch. Mom gets mad. Why, you'd be watching Charter 990. What if you had slippers on? That'd be okay, I think.
I probably wouldn't be watching the game then.
Slippers are not a game.
No, they're not. They're not game gear.
The handoff to Patzner. To
21.
Bozaki.
Ooh, Zachy.
Into the line. Bozaki getting the majority of carries tonight from the tailback position. He gets out to the 25-yard line. They haven't had a go-to guy on offense except for Keegan Harder. The running back is extremely by the committee.
But we don't know that because the stats are just so empty. I mean, they only had 4 games worth of stats on Bozaki, so he might be the leading rusher on the team. We don't know this.
Harder out of the shotgun. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Throws deep over the middle. Kind of wobbly pass, but complete that's to Hardy or Duffy.
Duffy, and he's going to score. 75 yards. Colin Larsh on the coverage. Had pretty good coverage until right as the pass started coming into Duffy's hands, and all of a sudden Duffy turned on the jets. Larsh still had a chance at the tackle. Duffy was able to slip out of his grasp, and then it was a no-brainer all the rest of the way.
75 yards from Harder to Duffy. First score of the night for the Norskies. Duffy's been one of their leading receivers all season. He's a big kid, a 6'4", 205-pound tight end. Now Aker ready to attempt the extra point.
Now that's how they got their first points last week against Wanakee, a long touchdown pass to Hackle, about 70 yards.
So the breakdown on the Silver Eagle defense gives DeForest their first points. Pressure coming on the extra point. But it's good, and it's a 14-7 game.
Well, it's disappointing because Monona Grove's defense, the first 3 series of the game, had been playing very well. But a breakdown on the pass defense, which really got lit up last week by Will Sweda from Edgewood. Sweda 17 for 20 last week, 371 yards passing and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that wide receiver for Edgewood, Darcy, had a huge game. 4 touchdowns, 5 catches for 193 yards. Nobody could cover him, and now they have that problem with Duffy, the tight end.
Yeah, Duffy's been open a couple of times when he's been targeted. Fortunately, they threw the ball over his head the first time. No small task. This Duffy kid is not short. 6'4", 205 pounds. He's a junior.
So he's probably got some growing to do yet.
Did we mention Colin Larsh? Colin Larsh is a senior,
He's
Steve,
a senior
here on
now?
senior night. Yep.
Wow. All right, Harry Aker ready to kick it off.
That's an awesome name. Harry Aker. It's like God's little acre.
Yeah. Andre Naherniak, a senior, back deep alongside somebody else. Probably another senior.
Probably. There's a lot of seniors.
The senior takes it inside the 5, runs it out. Across the 20. And out near the 25-yard line. That was who? Sapu. He's a senior, Bob.
He is.
A lot of seniors on this roster.
All right, Monona Grove's offense is going to have to try to get that touchdown back to recapture their 14-point lead.
First and 10 for the Silver Eagles from their own 25-yard line. 10:35, just a 9-second drive on that last possession by the Norskis. Alec Ogden calling the signals. Wideouts both directions. Little inside screen pass, and they're going to lose a yard or two on that.
And that's Nathan Ing on the catch. He's been targeted twice on the little inside screens that so far haven't produced anything.
They give him the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play, so 2nd and 10. Lined up right away, 3 wideouts to this side, tight on the other side. Silver Eagles going from right to left if you're watching the radio.
Is there another outlet?
Ogden taking the snap. On the keeper going right side, hung up and thrown down with no gain. That brings up 3rd and 10. Oh, they're going to give him a yard on it.
Dawson Rawls, number 7 on the tackle for Deforest.
9:40 to play in the first half.
Yeah, I don't want to see Monona Grove go down, go 3 and out here right away after that long touchdown pass by Deforest.
Ogden looking to throw over the middle as Kelsey threw his hands.
Oh, but we're going to get, no. Okay, that's just the ball coming up.
Oh, you thought that was a flag?
I thought a flag was coming in.
Something came in flying.
Yeah, it was just the ball as it turned out.
That was a tough one, but Kelsey couldn't hang on to it, and it'll bring out the punting unit.
Yeah, pass a little bit low.
9:14 to play in the first half. A 14-7 Monona Grove lead here on WVMO.
Now Colin Larsh kicking with the wind. He should be able to get off a good one.
High snap, pulls it down. An end-over-end kick.
That's all right.
Plenty of roll. It'll go out of bounds. Oh, it stays inbounds. Oh, and it's still rolling inside the 15-yard line. A beautiful kick.
Go down at the 13, Steve.
Boy, that almost went out of bounds at the 30. Took a nice hop back inside. And
with the roll, Steve, that's a 71-yarder.
Wow. So exactly 9 minutes to play. Deforest will take over at their own 13-yard line. This would be an ideal time for the Silver Eagle defense to get a stop and win this field position game. Larsh with just a beautiful kick, aided by the wind and the roll, but he gets credit for it just the same. It goes in the books as a 70-yarder. 1st and 10. Harder out of the shotgun. Backs on either side of him. 3 wideouts. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's the snap. Harder. Throwing right side to Klein. Klein hit right away.
Dan Smith right on him for the tackle, but short gain.
Just a 5-yard pickup. The ball out to the 18. 2nd and 5. Hackle and Duffy split out this side. Klein to the far side. Bozaki in the backfield alongside Harder. Harder's going to give it to Bozaki. Bozaki some running room. Has the first down. Bounces off a defender. And out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
As Colin Larsh who came up on the tackle, and Blazaki just lowered his shoulder and ran right over the top of him.
Just over the 30-yard line. Deforest with the first down. 31-yard line they mark it. Blazaki made a nice run there.
Yeah, he did. Very strong run. As I said, Larsh hit him, about 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, but he ran right over the top of him, ended up gaining another 10.
Carter calling the signals on first down. Looking to throw again. Chucks this one for Klein and overthrows him out of bounds.
Great coverage down there by number 20, Dan Smith. He's had a heck of a game.
Yeah, Dan has played well. 2nd and 10 for the Norskies. You know, they throw the ball an awful lot, but they're not really very good at it.
Well, as you already noted, he's completed less than 50% of his passes. So, yeah, his accuracy is wanting, let's put it that way.
2nd and 10, 7:47 to play in the first half. 14-7 MG lead. Carter out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Looking left side.
Pickett.
Overthrows, almost intercepted.
Yeah, that pass was way too long for his intended receiver.
Who's that? Number 11, Hunter Maroney.
Hunter Maroney had a shot at the pick. Came up empty.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Both these teams operate out of a spread offense. Quarterback taking the ball out of the shotgun. But Monona Grove with the no huddle really pushes the defense quite a bit.
Number 52, Parker Keeney, has entered the game at defensive tackle.
Is he a senior?
He is not.
Oh, next year. Carter waiting for the snap. There it is. Back again to pass. Steps up. Throws.
Picked.
Intercepted.
That's number 36, Duncan Crook, a senior, Steve.
A senior with a big interception. Silver Eagles with great field position inside the 40-yard line of Deforest, where they'll take over 1st and 10. 7:36 to play in the first half. Defense stepping up big on that one.
Yeah, the 11th interception of the year for Keegan Harder. First interception of the year for Duncan Crook.
1st and 10 for Alec Ogden and company. Ogden slings out the short little screen pass.
Just a little dump pass to Kelsey there, coming off the end after the fake to Thompson.
He was actually in the backfield. He kind of looped around behind Thompson. First down for the Silver Eagles. The ball to the 26-yard line. 26-yard line of Deforest. 1st and 10 with 7:39 to play. High snap pulled down by Ogden. Handoff to Thompson, and he plows ahead for about 3 yards. Here's Dylan Roush.
Yes, it is.
We were just talking about him. Here to see his records fall.
I guess.
Picked a good one. 1st and 10. Ogden looking to throw again. He's got Naherniak open.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Naherniak. From 23 yards out. The second one of the night for Andre. 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Alec Ogden.
It was a nice job by Naherniak going up and getting that ball away from the defender and then making the turn to the end zone. Nice job of knowing where you are on the field, Andre.
So the Silver Eagles pass attack continues to stun the opposition.
Naherniak's 2nd touchdown catch of the game, his 8th on the season.
Now Colin Larsh will attempt to add the exclamation point to that one. And it's a 21-7 Monona Grove lead. Larsh has been solid with extra points this year. The ones that he's missed have not been his fault. And now he gets the T1 up and kick it off. Bob, did you know that 76 team, while they did not make the playoffs in the first year of WIAA playoffs, did start what was at the time the longest MG winning streak in school history.
Yeah, we won our last 2 games.
The next season, state championship season, the team went 10-0. And then the following season after that, Monona Grove won their first 3 games for a 15-game winning streak. I mean, that pales compared to some of the things Monroe cheesemakers have done back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but if you think about it, over the years, Monona Grove has had such a great football program. Very few down years through the 60 years of the program.
60, yeah.
And to have a winning streak of 15 games be your longest winning streak, that's really hard to believe. When you think about it. Think about all the Badger Conference championships Monona Grove's come home with, and even in the last few years.
Yeah, I'd have to check, but I believe the record is closer to 20 now for the Silver Eagles. Now Colin Larsh ready to kick it off. Norski's back to receive. 7:02 to play in the first half, and a 2-touchdown lead, and Larsh kicks that one out of the back of the end zone as he has most of the season.
Well, I can tell you, since we've been doing this, their longest winning streak's been 14. And that was the 14-game
championship team.
Season. That's right, the team that went 14-0.
That was fun.
Because they lost, obviously, they lost in the playoffs a year before. They lost their last game, and then they lost their first game in 2014.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Norskies from their own 20. Remember last time they were in this position? Or I guess that's 2 possessions ago. They went 75 yards for the touchdown on a pass to their big tight end, Bryce Duffy. Get another turnover like we did last time. Handoff to Ozaki.
All right, so far Monona Grove looking stout against the rushing attack of Deforest.
Really just that one lapse on defense. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. 6:35 to play in the first half on a 21-7 MG lead. Hackle on the end around across the 20.
Oh, tackled by his own guy.
Brought down near the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, he was tackled by his own man, number 21, Levi Bozaki. Bozaki going down for the block. He must have slipped or something. And as he got up, he tackled Hackle. Tackle Hackle.
Tackle Hackle.
Hackle still gained about 4 yards.
4-yard pickup. 3rd and 6. We're under 6 minutes to play in the half. Keegan Harder out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Now he steps up, and he's hit.
And down he goes. Let's see who got that. That was number 3, Jarrett Meyer, in on a blitz. And I think that might be Hampton again, helping him finish him off. Nope, that was Luke Hepp, number 5. Luke Hepp, number 5, a senior here on senior night.
That brings up 4th and 12. They'll have to punt.
And Jarrett Meyer, number 3, a senior on senior night.
Now Meyer and Herniak, both seniors, will drop back to punt. High snap. Aker,
and a terrible punt.
Aker gets
terrible.
It off, and it's going to go out of bounds,
Yeah,
probably the 25-yard line.
They're going to mark that at about the 29, I think, Steve.
That's extremely generous, Bob. 5:05 to play. The Silver Eagles with a golden opportunity to add to that 21-7 lead.
Wow. Yeah, just an awful punt there. He had a high snap, came down, got excited, and just had to kick something, Steve, and he kicked it almost straight out of bounds.
He'd almost been better off running that one. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles from the 29-yard line of DeForest.
Just about a 4-yard, 5-yard punt.
Ogden looking to throw. Plenty of time. Now he's chased to his right. Now chased back to his left. Finds an open Jackson Thompson, and Thompson pushed out of bounds near the 20.
I like Monona Grove using Thompson as that safety valve for Ogden.
The ball down to the 19-yard line and a 1st down. So safety valve worked extremely well. Not only was it a safe play, he got the 1st down out of it.
We have an injured DeForest player, I think.
So while we've got a minute here, Bob, I'm going to ask you about that first game of the season in '76. Was against the Elkhorn Elks, a 35-7 MG lead. Little did you know you were playing against a future college friend.
Yeah, Rory Collins was actually didn't play until the game was well out of hand. He was a junior that year,
and by that point you were probably out of the game.
But I remember that game specifically in that Elkhorn took the lead 7-0.
Yeah, that's right.
And they did
extremely good memory.
And they did. What I do remember about that is, as we were coming off the field, a lot of the Elkhorn guys were giving us a hard time, just sneering at us, talking about what a tough Madison team we were. And after they scored that touchdown, I believe we scored 3 touchdowns in the second quarter alone. And by the end of the fourth quarter, it was 35-7, and that game was over.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. Silver Eagle run by Thompson. Gets inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 13-yard line. 3rd and 4 for the Silver Eagles. Ogden out of the shotgun. Give us to Thompson again, straight into the line.
Nice
and
blocking
plows
in the
ahead
middle of the line there.
Inside the 10, and I believe he's got a first down. It should be 1st and goal at about the 9.
Senior A.J. Clea with some great blocking in the middle of the line.
Yep, 1st and goal from the 9.
Nick Kimball also at the center position.
4:20 to play here in the first half, and the Silver Eagles looking to move up again. Thompson again into the line, pushes the pile ahead close to the 5. Getting a good push up front when they need it. Second and goal from the 5. And
he's
Thompson
in.
Again, touchdown.
Nice blocking
Jackson
between the
Thompson.
center and the guard there, the 2-hole. That Dick Rundle used to call that when we were playing. That's the left 2-hole, and a big wide open hole there for Jackson Thompson. He scores from 5 yards out.
Thompson gives the Silver Eagles a 27-7 lead. The first running touchdown of the night for the Silver Eagles. Let's hope there's a few more that follow. Colin Larsh ready to kick the extra point. Kyle Sapu, the holder. Snap, hold, kick, 28-0. Well, the offense is clicking. The defense is looking good. Just that one lapse, Bob. I'm very optimistic about the outcome.
I'm telling you, as hard as Colin Larsh hit that kick for the extra point, and the little bit of wind behind him, he could actually kick it over the fence into the cars on the street.
That's why I
tonight.
parked down the street a little ways.
Very possible.
28-0 with 3:54 to play in the first half. Getting back to that 76 game against the Elkhorn Elks. I'm sorry, I've just got all this material
So
I
we're
want to use.
going to use it. Okay, that's fine.
Touchdowns
Hopefully
tonight.
our listeners are interested in this. Is nostalgia, that's for sure.
Touchdowns in that game. Tim Olson had 3 of them, 2 long runs.
Mike Stassi had one on a screen pass I remember very well because I was out in front of him on that pass, and I just nailed this guy, this Elkhorn defender, to free up Stassi for the touchdown.
34-yard pass. Stassi also had a 27-yard pass. Schmitz had 2 touchdown passes in that game and also kicked 5 extra points. I had forgotten Schmitz was not only the kicker but the punter as well.
Oh, yeah. Handled all those duties.
Colin Larsh with the kickoff.
Like Matt Romans for Fort Atkinson a couple weeks ago.
Hammers that one deep. That didn't even land until it was out of the back of the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So Larsh continuing a streak of powerful kickoffs. The Silver Eagle defense will come out and try to get yet another turnover and a score. 28-7 they lead as we've got 3:54 to play in the first half. Here on WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7.
We are joined up here in the booth by Will Nimmo, who's the head of Monona Community Media. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. I met him.
Yeah. We're glad to have him up here. Working hard on a Friday night, away from his family. What Will doesn't do for Monona Community Media? I can't think of a thing he doesn't do for him.
Bozaki with the carry on first down, gets 3 or 4 yards out of it. Silver Eagle defense doing a great job stopping the run tonight.
Will's different. Will's situation is different than ours in that his family probably wants him at home while our families want us over here.
They're happy we're here. No, only a yard pickup for Bozaki on that one. 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. Hackle split out wide to the near side. Duffy to the far side. Keegan Harder taking the snap. Looking to run, now facing some pressure, get in the backfield and slips one tackle. Now he's brought down and maybe got the line of scrimmage, but nothing more than that. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
I think he really wanted Logan Hackle on that. Hackle running a deep out route. He was well covered, and the pocket broke down, and didn't have much of a chance after that.
He did manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that brings up 3rd and 9. The ball at the 21-yard line. 2:40 to play in the first half. A 28-7 MG lead. Keegan Harder calling for the ball. He's got 2 wideouts to this side, 1 to the far side. There's the snap. Back again. Complete. I couldn't see who that was.
That's Duffy, number 80.
Duffy for the first down near the 40-yard line.
Tackled by Meyer and Herniak on that. He just found a little seam there and turned around, did a little hook pattern right into that seam, and delivered nicely by Harder.
So the Norskies convert the first down. They get the ball out to the 38-yard line of DeForest. 1st and 10 with 2:18 and the clock running. There's the snap to Harder. The handoff to Bozaki. Bozaki, maybe a 3-yard pickup on that as he gets across the 40, but not far past the 40.
Yeah, hit at the line of scrimmage, I think, by Duncan Crook there. Nice spin move got him the yardage that he managed to get.
Interesting call on 1st and 10 when we're under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. You'd think the Norskies would be looking to move the ball a little quicker than that.
Well, I think we'll see it here, certainly with a minute and a half to play. They have all their timeouts.
4 wideouts. Lone running back is Bozaki, standing behind the quarterback.
Oh, long
Harder.
count. Took a lot of time there to get that play off.
Now Harder going deep. Duffy stumbles. Almost picked off.
Through the hands of Jarrett Meyer, and he knows it.
Meyer with a couple interceptions already this season. Almost got another one there. He was step for step with Harder, or excuse me, with Duffy. Duffy stumbled, and Jarrett almost had a shot at that one. Instead, it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. The ball at the 41-yard line with 1:22 to play in the half.
Harder had time to deliver that ball, but he lasered in on Duffy. Duffy was going to be the guy he was going to throw to no matter what, instead of looking off Duffy and maybe trying to find somebody open over the middle.
Now, big 3rd down play for the Norskies. Harder with the snap. Throwing left side, incomplete.
Yeah.
I think that was Klein.
Klein, yeah. I don't know if Klein broke off his pattern. It just turned and did a hook instead of a out pattern, but the ball was thrown way toward the sideline, and Klein never had a chance to catch that one.
So with 1:17 to play, it brings out the punting unit. This might be a spot for them to pull that fake again. Aker, no, he will kick it away. Herniak will let it bounce.
Wow, the wind is really knocking that down.
Too. It's going to be near the 30.
Yeah, the wind is clearly picked up here since we've come up to the booth, Steve. I didn't even notice it walking in. But,
no, I didn't either.
But, boy, the flag is almost straight out, and, boy, those balls are really getting knocked down.
So the Silver Eagles take over with 1:08 to play. The ball, where have they spotted it? There we go. Right on
Monona
the
Grove's got
line.
plenty of time to score. They have 3 timeouts left and over a minute to play, and we've seen them put up points in this exact same situation 2 weeks ago against Fort Atkinson.
3 wideouts to the near side here. The handoff to Thompson. Thompson running room across the 40 near the first down. I believe he's got it.
Yeah, there will be a timeout just to move the sticks here after the 10-yard pickup by Thompson.
That's all the Silver Eagles need is time to move the sticks. 1:02 to play. Ogden calling for the ball. Quick snap. Handoff to Thompson again. Thompson, some running
could
room.
score.
He could go.
He's going to score,
just a
Steve.
foot race to the end zone if he can't get
He's
knocked
in.
out of bounds.
He's in.
Jackson Thompson from 59.
Very
His
exciting.
second score of the night.
Well, I was hoping Monona Grove could put up a quick score to finish the first half, but I thought it would be through the air and not on the ground.
Jackson Thompson, he's got to be close to 100 already.
How about 127, Steve?
Nice. Bob and I are both very numbers driven, so that century mark means a lot.
And it means a lot to the kids. I mean, this young man down here just broke the 100 mark again. That's, I believe, the 4th time this year. And he came close last week, going 98.
And Colin Larsh's extra point makes it a 35-7 MG lead.
Jackson Thompson, 4 out of his last 5 games now, over 100 yards. His high water mark this season, 186 versus, I believe that was Stoughton. And I believe that is his, 5th touchdown rushing this year, Steve?
I think you're right. 6th.
6th touchdown rushing, okay.
Well, a pep band going wild now, enjoying the 35-7 lead here on WVMO.
Now, 5th touchdown. He has one catch. 6 touchdowns, but 1 is on a reception. That was last week.
I got 4 there.
Yeah, 5. This is his first tonight.
He's got 2 tonight. Scored on a 4-yard run and a 59-yard run.
Oh, you're right on that one.
Oh, look at that. Bob admitted he was wrong and I was right. Mark this down, ladies and gentlemen. This is truly a momentous occasion. All the humanity.
Oh, the humanity is right. It's a disaster on the order of the Hindenburg.
47 seconds left in the first half. Colin Larsh ready to kick it off for the Silver Eagles. Hammer this one, Colin. Nice solid kick. The Norski backs up and takes it in the end zone.
The Norski.
The Norski.
It's the Norski back there?
It was not a Norski, the Norski.
Sven Johansson?
No, it was Carson Patzner. Number 48. He's returned several kicks for them. All right, 45 seconds left on the clock. Silver Eagles will attempt to go into the locker room with a 35-7 lead at halftime. They bring out Hunter Maroney to guard Bryce Duffy on the near side here. 2 wideouts to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield alongside quarterback Keegan Harder. Colin Larsh also off on this side of the field. Colin's played some good defensive back this year. He and Maroney have seen a lot of action. I don't know what the holdup is here. What's the holdup, Bob?
I don't know, the official. Maybe it's a TV timeout.
That's
No,
us.
we didn't go to commercial.
No, we didn't. Radio timeout. There you go. WVMO, the voice of Monona. There we go.
There we go.
We got our station ID and Hackle in motion. Hackle almost hit that one. The handoff to Bozaki, and Bozaki plows ahead to the 25-yard line. Deforest content just to run out the first half.
They must be. I guess they're really afraid of making a mistake down deep here at this point at the end of the first half, but they're already down 35-7. I don't know how much worse it's going to get.
Well, they split out Noah Brickheimer to the near side. In the slot is Duffy. Hackle on the jet sweep.
Luke Hepp on the tackle.
Hackle has the first down, but that's going to...
It won't really matter, and I don't think they're going to have enough.
Playoff with 11 seconds.
No, I don't think they're going to. Well, they're going to stop the clock for a second. We'll see. Luke Hepp on the tackle on that one.
They got to set the chain. They got to come out of the huddle. No, they're just going to let it run out. So we'll go to the locker room with the Silver Eagles leading at 35-7. We'll be back with the second half of football and more recapping the 1976 season. I'm Steve Martinelli with Bob Schmook. Stay tuned. This is WVMO, the voice of Monona.
Great job, ladies, under the direction of Molly Burt and Tina Wagner.
How are you? That's good. It's good. Get it with you. Yeah, I'm
Keeping a balance.
yeah. No, it's really busy with football and stuff, so there's like no more time. Yeah.
Well, that's nice that you can come back.
Yeah, I miss it. I wish I was playing. This is a lot more fun than college. College is like a job.
What was that?
It was fun. It's way more close-knit. Like, you have a better relationship with coaches.
Ladies and gentlemen, your halftime continues with your Silver Eagle Marching Band. Tonight, the band performs its complete show, paying tribute to the legendary rock group Queen. We start things off with two of Queen's best-known songs. Here are Fat Lot of Girls and everyone's favorite, Both one of the state's finest jazz set players, and we shine a spotlight on him tonight as the band performs Crazy Little Thing Called Love, followed by two of Queen's mega hits that need no introduction. The band is under the direction of Mr. Jeff Casper, Mr. Pat Dorn, and student director Luke Bernard. Band members would like to take one more moment to wish senior Thomas Rathard a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Thomas. last but certainly not least this evening, we introduce members of the 2016 Homecoming Court. Accompanied by the sounds of Christina's Nasu Dharma, here are your court members. Ione Dyer, Ellery Dromsky, and Brian Gurley. I'll say it one more time, everybody. Good. Ione Dyer, Ellery Dromsky, and Brian Gurley. Cody Jaworski and Maddie Masters. Matt Grandmati and Randy Leno. And homecoming queen, Maddie Brown. Your homecoming papers here was Tyler Marsh, who allowed court members Spencer Houston, Nick Kelsey, and Casey Sebastian members of the football team. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 Monona Girls Homecoming Court. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it another big hand for the Monona Girls Silver Eagle Marching Band.
Test, test. I don't hear myself. Test, test. Do you hear me?
I still hear the field.
I hear you fine. Test, test, test.
No,
There I am.
now I
All
hear you.
right.
Yep.
Welcome back to the second half of Silver Eagle football. Monona Grove on top, 35-7 at the halftime. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck. And Bob, after shootouts the last 2 weeks, the Silver Eagle defense looking a little stouter tonight.
Oh, that's for sure. Only have given up one touchdown, and it was on just a single defensive breakdown, a long touchdown pass from Keegan Harder to Bryce Duffy of 75 yards. But otherwise, offensively, Deforest hasn't done a whole lot. We kind of talked about Keegan Harder being their one-man gang.
Yeah.
Harder, he hasn't done much. 2 carries for 5 yards. He's only completed 4 out of his 15 pass attempts. He has thrown for that long touchdown pass, but also threw an interception.
Whereas the Silver Eagles, on the other hand, have done exceptionally well on offense, putting up 35 in the first half. 2 touchdown pass receptions for Andre Naherniak. Nathan Ing caught one from Ogden. And then Jackson Thompson with 2 touchdown runs, including that 59-yarder to close out the first half. Silver Eagles on the cusp of starting that running clock in the second half.
Oh, that's what we're hoping for, aren't we, Steve? We've had a running clock for approximately 2 minutes so far this year. We're hoping for let's see, they're 12-minute quarters, Steve.
12-minute quarters.
Let's say about 23 minutes and 50 seconds.
That'd be all right. Let's take this opening kickoff back and score the touchdown to give us that clock. Well, Bob, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about the 76 season.
Okay, let's
gonna
do that,
beat
and
this,
then when Monona Grove retakes the field, we'll talk about what they did in the first half.
All right, Monona Grove in the second game of the season in 76, taking on the Monroe Cheesemakers, beating them 39-6. A game where their star Tim Olson did not play after injury, but Mark Goff, a junior, stepped in at fullback and gained 124 yards and a touchdown.
You know, remember Mark's sons have played out here.
That's right, Bo and Marcus. And there's your Silver Eagles, so we'll jump back to the game.
Let's do
Silver
it.
Eagles statistically having a good first half, didn't they, Bob?
Oh, they sure did. Being led, of course, by quarterback Alec Ogden. Alec, 9 for 13 in the first half, 3 touchdown passes, no picks. Getting to the point where a performance like that is almost expected, and we never want to get to that point, Steve. Holy
I was just
mackerel.
going to say, this seems fairly typical for Alec Ogden, but I'm really happy with the running of Jackson Thompson.
Jackson Thompson, 15 carries for 127 yards, 2 scores, including that 59-yarder with about a minute to go in the first half that I think has really shut the door on Deforest in this game.
And he's run the ball exceptionally hard, too.
Andrew Naherniak has caught 2 balls for 82 yards and 2 scores, but so far Nathan Ing has 4 catches tonight for 40 yards and a score.
Ing had a good game against Edgewood, so it's not surprising to see him continue that tonight.
Yeah, we didn't see much of Ing in the first half of the season, and I don't know if that was due to injury or what was going on there. But since he's come back, he's become more and more integral to the offense. He's got excellent speed, and he's pretty tall as well. And he happens to be a senior on senior night, Steve.
Senior on senior night, imagine that. No, Nathan Ing has really been added another dimension to this team. Gives Alec Ogden all sorts of targets. I don't know if they've even completed a pass to Mitch Kelsey tonight, have they?
Yes, Mitch Kelsey has caught 1 ball for 11 yards. Remember, he had that little drop-off pass as he came out of the backfield and turned it into a first down. Well, it is senior night, and we want to take some time to thank the players that we've been able to watch out here for the last couple of years anyway. It's your final high school football game is the final high school football game and the final football game of any kind that most of these kids are going to play. So let's mention them. Make sure they get to hear their names on the air tonight. We've already mentioned a few, but I'm gonna go to the ones we haven't had a chance to mention tonight. Obviously, Tyrese Young, number 7.
Obviously.
Number 10, Mitch Kelsey, who we've talked about a little bit tonight, and number 11, Hunter Maroney. Number 25, Tyrese Ostrowski. We have mentioned him. He's been in on a couple of tackles tonight. Number 27, Willie Klein. Number 33, Jabin Nielsen. We've seen him on the field a couple times this year as well. Number 41, Dylan Johnson, who's made a couple of tackles here tonight. Number 44, Colin Lenz. Number 45, Blake Wesley, we've seen on some duty, I think, on offense and defense this year. Number 50, Kyle Peterson. Number 51, Josh Eisenberger, who has held up the left tackle spot all year in what's been a very good Monona Grove Silver Eagle offensive line. Defensive end, number 53, Quincy DiLoretto. Number 56, Casey McCoskey. We had the opportunity to see his brother play a lot of good football out here, in addition to watching Casey really get better as the years have gone by. Number 63, Paul Newton, one of the starting guards out here. And 40 years ago, that was my number, Steve, number 63.
That's right.
The center, number 66, Nick Kimball. Number 68, Kevin Spate. And his Rockin' 8, that's right. Thought you were going to beat me to that, didn't you?
Tried.
Number 72, Alex Edmonds. He played for the Mustangs in Pee Wee ball. So did Dick Schmitz. Number 70.
So did Gary Peterson.
That's true. Number 78, Ian Hooper. Number 79, Cole Graff, and his dad, Mike, one of my coworkers and a pretty darn nice guy. Number 80, Spencer Hampton, who's been in on sack tonight. Number 81, Kevin Ross. He played with the Pee Wee Packers. That was my team when I played
What
Pee
number
Wee
did you
football.
play? Where?
Would you like to know what number I played or which one I wore?
Which number you wore?
I wore number 77, Steve.
Ooh, good number.
Ron, no, that wasn't. Bill Hayhoe. Bill Hayhoe, I think, was 77 when I was with the Pack.
Bill Hayhoe.
Yeah. he's not in the Packer Hall of Fame.
No.
Number 81, Kevin Ross, I just mentioned, and number 89, Jackson Grzybowski, who also played for the Pee Wee Packers. Go Pee Wee Packers, who happened to win the Pee Wee League the year I played.
You made the All-Star game, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
I did indeed. Yeah, but you raised more money than I did.
That's right. All right, the opening kickoff taken by the Silver Eagles inside the 5-yard line. I think this is Naherniak cutting his way, weaving his way into the middle and across the 20 out near the 25-yard line. That was Andre. Andre getting action on both sides of the ball and returning kicks tonight for the Silver Eagles.
Let's not forget that the senior managers Addie Kubitz and Katie Miller also in their hopefully not their second to last game tonight. I know Monona Grove will get a playoff game next week. Hopefully they will continue on through all the levels of the playoffs.
All right, Naherniak split out wide to the far side of the Silver Eagles. Take over 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Ing to the near side. Jackson Thompson with the handoff, and Thompson plows ahead close to the 30-yard line.
Jackson Thompson for a couple of
Thompson
yards.
has run very well tonight. I like that counterbalance between the running and the passing. Ogden taking the signals from the sideline. There's a flag. Pass to Ing.
Pass to
And Ing out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Ing makes the catch and then breaks a tackle.
But there is a flag on the play, so we'll see what the call is.
It's going against Monona Grove. Monona Grove's third penalty tonight. Monona Grove has not been penalized much this year, which is really astonishing considering they're playing a brand new offense that has a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I haven't kept track, but I bet they've only averaged about 3 penalties a game. We've had some seasons where they're upwards around 8 or 9 a game.
Yeah. Usually, I think historically it's between 6 and 7 penalties a game.
2nd and 11 for the Silver Eagles. Change to the play. Everybody looks to the sideline. 35-7 here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. 98.7, 990 on Charter. Ogden throwing on the slant to Ing through his hands. Too bad.
It's a nice looking pass by Ogden. Had some authority behind it. Hit Ing in stride and in the hands. Unfortunately, the ball through the hands.
That brings up 3rd and 11. Sapu and Naherniak to the far side, Ing to the near side. Ogden with Thompson next to him, and now one of the Norskis jumps, and that'll bring it back to 3rd and 6.
A little bit of a hard count maybe there by Alec Ogden. Drew Tyrick Brunt offside, number 6.
The ball on the MG 30-yard line. Opening drive of the second half, the Silver Eagles leading 35-7. Now he picks up Frankie Langer's shoulder pad. Naherniak split out wide to the far side. Ogden looking to throw. Chase now. Evades one tackler, throws it down the sidelines to Ing, and that should be a first down.
If we had replay, you'd see Ing, who had done a square in first. Once he saw his quarterback was in trouble, he broke that pattern off, went back to the outside. Ogden finding him with a nice pass.
12-yard pickup on the play, 1st and 10 MG on the ball on their own 42-yard line. Ogden straight back to pass. Going over the middle to Ing.
Oh,
Good defense.
There's a lot of interference there.
Yep, not that good a defense, evidently.
Looked like he had a hold of Ing's shirt there.
That was number 12 for the Norskis. Keegan Harder, their quarterback, playing a little DB.
Ing just a step away from breaking away from that defender. The defender obviously saw that, grabbed him by the shirt. It's going to cost him 15 yards.
And a first down for the Silver Eagles. The ball to the 43-yard line of Deforest. 11:05 to play in the third quarter. The Silver Eagles looking to go up by 35. Start that clock running, get Bob and I out of here sooner. Jackson Thompson with the handoff. Straight ahead for 3 yards inside the 40.
Number 11, Joey Spahn on the tackle. 6'3" senior for Deforest.
3rd and 7. 2nd and 7, excuse me. Handoff to Thompson again. He tries to go left side, slips the tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd and 7.
Nice tackle by Dawson Rawls. No gain on that play.
Long third down here on the opening drive for the Silver Eagles. Remember last time they had a third down, they converted on a pass, a slant to Nathan Ing. Ogden looking to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run for the first down instead. Cuts back to the middle of the field inside the 20. 15-yard line, pushed out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Alec Ogden making a great decision to run on third and long and getting a huge chunk of yardage.
Well, Ogden had plenty of time to throw, but pretty good coverage in the defensive backfield. Breaks out of the pocket and goes for 32 yards.
First and goal to the 8-yard line of DeForest. The Silver Eagles looking to break 40-point margin for the third week in a row. This is one of the highest scoring teams. Oh, this snap goes over Ogden's head. He picks it up and wisely falls on it.
Big loss, though.
Yeah, that pushes it back to the 24-yard line where it'll be second and goal.
Yeah, 16-yard loss on the play.
Ogden wisely falling on the ball rather than trying to scoop it up and risk further fumble.
Fortunately, Monona Grove has the offensive weapons that they can overcome a second and goal from the 25.
Two wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Ing over here, Langer and Herniak to the far side. Jackson Thompson, the lone running back. They give to Thompson, left side, off tackle. He gets a couple of yards, maybe to the 22-yard line, but it's going to bring up third and a bunch.
Well, watch for that slant to Ing or maybe a pass over the middle to Kelsey on this play.
I would love to see it go to Kelsey. Herniak split out by himself to the far side. Ing and Sapao to the near side. Here's the snap. Ogden chased now and sacked.
I think they had a blitz on that time. Just kind of a delayed blitz. That was number 9 for DeForest. Bryson Girton.
Number 9.
Bryson Girton looked like on a delayed blitz. Just found a seam. Jackson Thompson went low on him and missed him. And then the sack.
Fourth and goal back to the 34. The Silver Eagles are going to go for it. Why not?
Second sack of the game for the DeForest defense.
Silver Eagles with a 28-point lead. They can take some chances here.
Punt wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, and that's what they're going to do.
Quick kick by Ogden. Ball inside the 10. And out of bounds.
Yeah, somebody touched that. There you go.
There we go.
At the 5, maybe the 6.
6-yard line, first and 10 for the Norskis. Deep in their own territory.
That's exactly what I wanted out of a punt. That's why I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea here. I know you're up by 28, but why give the ball back to him possibly at the 35-yard line when you can punt it down inside the 10, which is exactly what happened.
I don't think. No, they have done a quick kick earlier. Alec
Oh
Ogden
yes, Alec Ogden's
34-yarder earlier.
He's punted a couple times this year, I believe.
This one about 28 yards, but well placed. Anytime you can put it inside the 10, you're doing good. So first and 10 for the Norskis. 7:50 to play in the third quarter, and a 35-7 MG lead. Harder from the end zone. Throws it complete out near the 15-yard line.
It was Klein.
Jared Klein. And that's a first down.
Klein's third catch of the game for the Norskis.
The ball placed on the 17-yard line of DeForest. Bryce Duffy split out to the near side. Klein to the far side. Carter calling the signals. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to take off and run. Got a couple of yards. He got across the 20 before he was brought down. Going to make it second down and about 5. Yeah, the ball at the 22-yard line. Harder brings him up to the line of scrimmage again. 2nd and 5 on WVMO. Looking to throw again. Going deep over the middle. Intercepted. This is Jared Meyer at the 50, and he's brought down.
Meyer had much better position on that pass than the intended receiver, number 35, Will Gantz. And Meyer comes up with the pick.
You were talking about Harder floating him earlier in the game, Bob, and that one just floated right into Jared Meyer's hands. Gantz was a little deep. The ball underthrown, and Meyer able to curl back and pick that one off and brought down right at the 50 where the Silver Eagles will take it over.
Well, according to WIS Sportsnet, that's Jared Meyer's 4th interception of the year. Jared also leads the team in tackles by a very wide margin.
Ogden rolling out, a little screen pass to Frankie Langer. Frankie gets out of bounds after a 4-yard pickup. 3-yard pickup, let's say. Nope, they're giving him 4.
Jared Meyer leading the team in tackles by a wide margin. We used to say that a lot about his brother Nick when he was playing out here.
Tackles too, yeah. Ogden with the keeper. Has the first down inside the 40-yard line.
Boy, Ogden kept that in Jackson Thompson's breadbasket as long as he could before he pulled it back and took it himself.
Ogden's had a good night rushing tonight.
Yes, he has.
About a
6 carries for 74 yards.
Not to mention 3 touchdowns passing.
Ogden came into the game with 252 yards rushing, 250 of which have been in the last 3 games.
Thompson again, close to the 35. Six minutes to play. We're halfway through the third quarter, still 35-7. Ogden waiting for the snap. He'll give it to Thompson again, right up the middle, and Thompson plows ahead close to a first down.
Nice blocking at the point of attack by A.J. Klee and Josh Eisenberger. Ball went right between the two of them.
Just about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Actually, that was between Paul Newton and Josh Eisenberger. Paul Newton, the left guard.
Hand off to Thompson again. This time he has the first down and gets down to the 25-yard line.
Exact same play to the right side, this time between Klee and Casey McCoskey.
Clock continuing to run. The Silver Eagles threatening again. They're unsuccessful their first possession of this half. See if they can add to it this time. Thompson again, this time down close to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, ankle tackle on that one. If Thompson could have broke through that, he'd have gone for another 5 to 10 yards.
2nd and 6.
Thompson, a workhorse, 23 carries already tonight.
The ball at the 21-yard line. Nothing like that kid we saw from Fort Atkinson.
Oh, Hanson, that's something.
Thompson again threading his way through, down short of the first down, but near the 15-yard line. Third and 2, the ball at the 16-yard line, under 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ogden calling the signals. Give us to Thompson. No, Ogden rolling to his right, going for the
wide
end zone.
open to Herniak, I believe.
Touchdown to Herniak from the 16-yard line, his 3rd of the night.
I like that. Another play action pass. Ogden, though, kept it, looked like he was going to run, instead pulled it up and threw a floater to Herniak for the easy touchdown pass.
Well, Ogden with his 4th touchdown pass of the night.
Gives him 25 on the year, which is a new season record for Monona Grove. And also it gives him 33 career touchdown passes, which is also a Monona Grove record.
Marsh's extra point gives us that 35-point lead, 42-7, and we start the running clock, Bob.
Oh, me likey. Now we need that defense to really step up. Keep those guys at 7, and everybody in the stadium's happy, except for those folks on the other side.
Yeah, the folks Folks with the long ride back to Deforest will not be pleased by this one. They really needed this one to cement a spot in the playoffs. The Silver Eagles already have it locked up. They're playing for seeding. Did you hear the process they go through? The coaches will meet sometime around 11 o'clock tonight and start talking about
seedings.
The WIAA decides at 11 o'clock.
About who's going to make the playoffs.
Right.
As soon as the scores are in.
The coaches will meet tomorrow morning and decide, and by midday tomorrow they'll have the playoffs all set. It sounds like a late night for a few officials.
Well, I think even with this bad loss by Deforest, I have a hard time believing that they're not going to make the field. The 3-3 conference record in the tough Badger North. Although their 3 wins were against Sauk Prairie, Portage, and Baraboo. And Baraboo they only beat by a point.
Larsh hammers the kickoff, taken at the 4-yard line. This is Hackle. Hackle with some running room.
Or Hackle had the long kickoff return early.
Late flags coming in.
Well, either a face mask or a hold out here. We'll see.
There was one behind the carrier and one in front of him. Officials wind the clock. Even with the penalty, the clock will run. Return came all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Yep, it's a face mask against, and it's a personal foul variety, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty against
That'll
Monona.
bring it out to the 50-yard line. DeForest with good field position.
Yeah, good field position that could kill our running clock, Steve. We don't need this.
The nose of the
bad
ball
penalty to
the
take.
50. Yeah, I hear you were talking about the Silver Eagles not having a lot of penalties this year.
Yeah.
This is poor timing.
Yep.
Keegan Harder calling the signals. Taking the snap, giving it to Bozecki. Bozecki, a nice run, about a 9-yard pickup there as he gets into Silver Eagle territory down to the 41-yard line.
Just a quick hitter there, and Bozecki got through the past the line of scrimmage and then broke a tackle. 9-yard pickup.
2nd and 1 for the Norskies. Under 3 minutes to play. Running clock, of course. This will go pretty quickly. Unless they get in the end zone, so let's hold them. Harder taking the snap. Straight back to pass. Going deep down the right side for Duffy. Off his fingertips. And it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Well, 2 DeForest receivers in the area brought 2 defenders, so it was going to be a tough pass to complete.
And we've got a Norski down.
A lot of pressure put on the quarterback that time by number 77, Marcus Wallace. He's a 5'10", 275-pound junior. We'll see him next year.
Player that's down holding his leg up like it might be a cramp. This will take players off both sides of the field. And Bob, this will make me pull out some 1976 information.
I'm sure people are just riveted to this part of the broadcast.
All right, we talked about beating Monroe 39-6 the following week. Sun Prairie stunned the Silver Eagles with a 7-0 loss. Unfortunately, the Silver Eagles with a couple of fumbles in the first quarter. They had chances in the Sun Prairie territory, and Stassi fumbling one of them. Tim Olson was back in the game, but Sun Prairie doing a good job on defense, shutting out the MG offense. Stassi gaining only 76, Tim Olson 81, keeping us out of the end zone.
The story in that game, Steve, was 4 fumbles inside the Sun Prairie 20-yard line that we lost. 4 lost fumbles inside the 20. We dominated them offensively, but we just couldn't get the ball in the end zone. Their touchdown was scored on a prayer from Kevin Model to a kid named Bob Schmidt. Bob Schmidt was my opposite number when I was playing on the offensive line. He was playing linebacker, and that was the guy I went out to hit on all those 56s we ran. And sometimes I got him, and a couple of times, boy, did he get me. He rocked my world a couple times.
Well, that ended the Silver Eagles' undefeated season hopes. DeForest back out onto the field after the injury timeout. 3rd and 1. That was Harder that was injured, Bob. Out there at quarterback now is 23, Samuel Volmhoff. Now Harder's back out onto the field. I think it was just a cramp. He's running well. First down, though, just inside the 34-yard line, 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Norskies. Minute 40 to play in the third quarter with a running clock, 42-7 MG lead. Harder calling the signals. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. Going deep
just
again.
a floater
He's got
out
Duffy.
there. And Duffy come up with it? No, nice defense out there. Who was that? Was that Colin Larsh on that play? Looks
can't
like it.
see
Yep, number 19. Colin Larsh playing good defense on that play. Knocked that ball away from Duffy.
Had him step for step, and boy, Harder just hangs the ball up there, doesn't he?
Well, and that's fine going this direction on the field because he's got the wind behind him, but he cannot do that going the other way.
You know, it's not going to.
And they're going to be going the other way in a minute.
Pick. Yep, we're under a minute to go here before we switch sides. The handoff to Bozecki. Bozecki, a good push inside the 30-yard line. Now push back. It's going to bring up third down. I see on the sideline here, Bob, Jordan Bishop, sophomore quarterback, warming up. Like we might get to see him.
I believe we will. Monona Grove always very good about getting the second teamers into the game when the game is out of reach. Nice job. I really appreciate that from the coaching staff, and it's been every coaching staff at Monona Grove has done that.
13 seconds left and counting here in the third quarter. This will be the last play of the quarter. They get the snap off. Hand off to Bozecki. Bozecki got a couple yards, but it's going to bring up fourth and probably 2 or 3 yards, ending the third quarter. Okay, after that shutout to Sun Prairie back in '76, Silver Eagles took on Edgerton. You remember that one, Bob?
I do, but the main thing I remember about that game, well, Tim Olsen had a huge game in that game, 6 carries for about 185 yards or so.
How did you know that?
Just because I remember.
Are you kidding me? It was 6 carries for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and
he was tackled only 3 times in the game.
Yeah, he was all in the first half. Everything happened in the first half. We were way ahead.
34-0 at halftime.
Yeah, and we played one series and went up, I think, 40-something to whatever in the second half. And so all the starters came out. Like I just said, Monona Grove coaching staffs have always done a nice job of getting the reserves in when they've had a chance to get them in. They don't hold back. But what I will remember about that, Steve, is in the locker room after the game, we got the report that Fort Atkinson had defeated Sun Prairie, and it put us right back into the hunt. And I just remember the yelling and how loud it was in there when we heard that Fort had returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown and ended up winning the game 6-0.
44-14, Monona Grove beating Edgerton in that one. God, I can't believe you remember Olsen.
He had a great game. I mean, every time he came through the line, he was off for a long touchdown run.
Little pitch there from Harder to
little shovel pass
Hackle.
there.
And I think he might have gotten enough for the first down.
I think he probably did. You don't see the shovel pass too often on the high school level.
The ball marked at the 25-yard line. I think they're going to have to measure this. Yeah, Harder chased to his left and just did a shovel pass to Hackle, and they may have gotten enough for this.
And they got to stop the clock to measure. Are you sure? Clock should keep running. There's no reason to stop the clock. Looks like a first down, Steve. Oh, no, a little short.
A little short, and that'll bring up 4th and inches.
Think they'll go for it?
Oh, no, that was 4th down.
Oh, even better.
Lost track of the downs there, so the Silver Eagles take over.
Oh,
at their
yeah,
own
you're right.
25-yard
You're right.
line.
It was third down when they switched sides.
Yeah.
Most excellent.
Yes, definitely. So the clock continues to run, 11.5 minutes left in the game, and still a 42-7 lead. Let's get some subs out there now. See if number 16, Jordan Bishop, takes over at quarterback.
Yeah, we're going to see, I think, a completely different offense.
Number 25, Tyrese Ostrowski out there, running back. One of our seniors.
Yeah, we'll get you as many, as many names as we can.
This gets a little challenging at this point because they're not the kids we've seen. Ostrowski with the carry. 3-yard pickup. Let me look and see what Tyrese has done offensively. this year so far. We've got him for 2 carries for 0 yards.
Now he's on the plus
He's on
side,
the plus
4
side
yard
with
pickup.
a 4-yard pickup. That was a nice run. 2nd and 6 for Jordan Bishop in the MG offense. Gets the snap. He's going to run it himself and hit immediately and drop.
Yeah, good penetration. Somebody did not get their block out there.
So Bishop.
Offensive play does tend to get a little sloppy at this point in the game.
6-yard loss on the play, pushes it back to the 23-yard line. See Blake Wesley out there at tight end. He's one of our seniors. Bishop calling the signals, taking his time. Silver Eagles have plenty of time here. Bishop looking to throw, left-handed throw. Overthrows his receiver.
Yeah, his receiver open. Let's see who that was. Number 6, that was Anthony Ellis Creel. 5'11 junior.
That'll bring up 4th and 12, and the punting unit will come out.
I expect we'll see a lot of Anthony next year.
Yeah, he had a couple of nice catches earlier this season. I've got him 9 catches on the season, just under 10 yards a grab. 1 touchdown for the Silver Eagles. Now Larsh will punt it for Monona Grove.
Clock will now stop.
3:21 to play. Silver Eagles will get the ball back after the kickoff. Yeah, you're right. This would have been a good time to teach some lessons, get you some experience for some kids who've sat on the bench all season, especially the last game of the season like this, where your seniors have their last chance to play. Undoubtedly, there's some seniors on the bench who don't play regularly.
Well, and regardless, of whether they're seniors, juniors, sophomores,
Tyrese gets across the 40, a nice hard run.
good blocking out there. By, let's see, number 72. It's at center right now, Alex Edmonds. Number 79, Cole Graffin at the right guard or left guard position.
8-yard pickup on that run, 2nd and 2.
Kevin Spate playing the left tackle. I'll try to get you the right side of the offensive line. Number 74, Connor O'Rourke at the right tackle.
Bishop calling the signals. Handoff to Ostrowski again. Hit in the backfield, slips the tackle, hit again. Struggled to get back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know, he might have lost a yard on that play. Yeah, loss of almost a full yard. 3rd and 3 now. Ball at the 41-yard line. Minute 40 to play in this one. The Silver Eagles up 42-13. Steve Martinelli and Bob Schmuck on the call on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Ostrowski again has the first down across the 45 and still on his feet.
That was Michael Hoy on that carry, Steve.
I'm sorry. First down for the Silver Eagles. Clock continues to run. We're down to 1:10. Deforest will drop to 4 and 5 on the season.
Colton Moran, number 85, just entered the game.
Bishop calling the signals. Give off to Hoy again. Spin move in the backfield and lost a couple yards.
Not this time.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12. With 30 seconds left, so this might be the last play of the game.
Oh, for sure it will be.
Monona Grove will go to 7-2 and look ahead to the playoffs. We'll know sometime tomorrow afternoon the where and when. Hopefully it'll be here. If it is, Bob and I will be here. I don't know if the TV folks will be here, but Bob and I will be here. Down to 12 seconds left. Bishop letting it run down just every last bit. Hand off to Hoy. Hoy, some running room across the 50, 45, 40, and down into Norski territory, and that'll do it. The
Yeah.
Silver Eagles, with their 5th consecutive victory, have defeated the DeForest Norskies 42-13.
Good way to finish the game there for Michael Hoy. Very excited.
Strong run there. The Silver Eagles will look ahead to the playoffs. Like I mentioned, we'll know sometime tomorrow afternoon where and when.
Yep, pretty good finish to the regular season. They've won 5 in a row. Hopefully they're getting a little help from Fort Atkinson down in Monroe tonight. Can't count on it, but if they do, they'll have won their 8th straight Badger South title. Otherwise, the streak will be snapped at 7. Start a new one next year.
Well, Bob, another nice night for Alec Ogden as he throws for 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to Andre Naherniak. Jackson Thompson with an outstanding rushing game again as he's really come on strong. But what was encouraging tonight was the strength of the defense as they really stood up, really only made a couple mistakes tonight, gave up touchdowns on both of them.
That's true, but the last one really didn't matter. Monona Grove with a very, very good defensive performance tonight. DeForest didn't come in with a lot of offensive momentum, but they were playing very good defense. Monona Grove finished them off pretty quickly, leading 35-7 in the first half and running it up to 42-7, where we could watch a running clock at least for about a quarter and a half, Steve.
Well, Bob and I will hopefully be here next week, and hopefully you'll be there next week. And we'll be bringing you the game if it is at home. Thank you so much for watching this season. This has been Monona Grove Silver Eagle Football on WVMO. Steve Marelli and Bob Schmook. Thank you for watching.
Broadway? Let's
So I decided that I'm sure white this way. Yeah, I can walk. She was that way. I could just
Check, Mike.